Hey everyone, it's me Simmerleee, also known as Catherine. So I know I always start out every video saying this, but I'm sorry for being gone so long. I was having a bunch of computer issues, which kind of have gotten resolved. Not really, my computer's still really crappy, but I used my Christmas money to get a video editor. So now I can actually do fancy-ish things in videos and actually edit them because I guess Windows updated and they got rid of Movie Maker, which I know I sound so old, like, oh, they got rid of my Movie Maker, even though everyone else is using like Adobe and all this other fancy stuff. But yeah, so I got a new editor and I have a new keyboard and stuff on the way, so I'm very excited. I'm slowly getting there, and thank you guys so much for being patient. I know I'm not consistent at all. Anyways, so to the build, I was thinking, what could I do with cats and dogs that just came out that hasn't already been done? A lot of people have done like family houses and things like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm on a 90s kick right now. I was like, cats and dogs, cat dog. Yes, I'm gonna do cat dog's house. And I was instantly on Google. I was looking at pictures, which I have sporadically put in the video for you to see what I used as like certain parts of the rooms and parts of the house. And a lot of the pictures, there's only like one angle that they show. They don't show like a 360 view of the room. So a lot of it I had to just kind of guess, and like there's an office that I don't even think they have an office in their house, and I kind of just let my 90s kid run free, and I'm like, okay, well, what would be in the 90s in this house? But yeah, so since I am somewhat back, let me know what you guys want to see with cats and dogs. I was thinking about doing a let's play, but once again, I don't know if my computer can handle it. I would love to do it, but I'm hoping to save up and maybe build my own, as scary as it seems to me. But we're just gonna have to play it by ear, okay? We're gonna see how this goes. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys want to see, and do you like the 90s throwback? Because I know on Facebook I posted a picture of my like coloring I did, and it got like almost 2,000 likes on Facebook, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So I guess the 90s are coming back, like everyone's really digging it. So but yeah, and then oh gosh, this fish, I was trying to make the fish side of the house, and the bone was already hard to do for dog side of the house, but the fish was a whole other story. I was like, how do I make a fish? And I was looking in like the buy to beg area section, and I couldn't find anything that looked remotely like a fish that I could vertically like put in. And anyway, this house is very small. I would recommend maybe like 1 or 2. 2 is pushing it, Sims. Just because the walkways are cramped, and I mean, I just had this feeling that Cat Dog's house would be this cramped though. I mean, if I don't their bodies like stretch? I remember their bodies stretching, and like whenever they'd get into a fight, Cat would just like stretch his body towards somewhere else in the house. I need to rewatch the show. I was rewatching Rugrats. What did I rewatch the other day? I rewatched Rugrats, Doug, Hey Arnold, and I tried to find the Wild Thornberries, but there's nowhere that streams the Wild Thornberries anymore. And I'm like, guys, I love the Wild Thornberries. And it's funny because when I was little, I always thought Debbie, the older sister, was really, she's like, oh, she's so into herself and she's so mean. And then I grew up and I like noticed what she was doing, like her tendencies, and I was like, oh, it all makes sense now. Like all of the evil characters we see from like our childhood shows, we think they're really evil as kids, and then we grow up and we realize, oh, now we know why they acted like that, because being an adult is hard. So, but yeah, I was trying to figure out this front door, and I did have a couple pictures of the front. They were very blurry. Once again, the show's from the 90s, so all the pictures were very blurry and just not not able to build too much off of, but I don't know. I think I did my best. And my sister-in-law was like, it looks really good. And I was like, all right, I guess. But I'm hoping to maybe do more 90s builds and that they'll come out better. So I'm thinking like maybe I could do the Rugrats house and do maybe Rocco's Modern Life house. I don't remember All Real Monsters too much. I don't think I watched it too much because I think it scared me as a child. Like, I thought it was cool, but I was like, I'm not cool enough for this because it also scares me. I think that was my mental, like, my mental process for that show. But yeah, I don't remember there being, like, a house or anything in All Real Monsters anyway. I'm trying to think if there's like anything. I mean, oh yeah, this was one idea I was really excited about. I could do the Wild Thornberries bus, like their little RV thing that they take around everywhere with them. And I'm like, that would be really cool. Nobody steal my ideas, please. These are my ideas, please. Please let me keep them. I mean, you guys can build them, I guess, but just be like, hey, I got this idea from this video. Oh god, this was a nightmare. So I was trying to find a texture to make it look like fishy, like gills on this wallpaper. And so I was like, oh, I'll use these lights. And I was like, no, there's got to be some type of wallpaper I can use to do this. And the entire time I'm like asking opinions, like which one should I use? And a lot of people were like, oh, just do both of them because it makes it look like, I guess, more, because their house is very like makeshift, you know, like makeshift, randomly put together. So I was like, okay, I kind of see it, so we'll do both of them. So don't worry, I know they're different wallpapers. If you're OCD, it bugs you, go ahead and change it. Download this house, do whatever the heck you want to it. I don't care. You could, I don't know, keep the fish, get rid of the bone. I don't know, but yeah, I did kind of player test this. I randomly just put like, I think it's like the Munch family or something like that in here because this is in Windenburg, by the way. This lot it's not the outcasted one, but I think it's the further left one. I don't know. All I know is the Catdog house, it's like on a hill, kind of secluded, so I wanted something a little secluded, but I wanted to do it in Brundleton Bay, but Brundleton Bay it didn't look very Catdog to me. I'm like, I gotta put this house somewhere good, and Brundleton Bay is just not working out. As much as I love Brundleton Bay, though, oh man. Brundleton Bay is so pretty. I don't know if you guys have played with cats and dogs yet, but, I mean, if you're watching this video, you most likely have, or have seen other people play it, but it is so pretty. I love it. I think they did such a good job on cats and dogs. There's still a few more things I'm a little impatient about that they haven't done, like, they keep teasing us about cars on like the loading screen and then it hasn't happened, or I don't know, like there's glitches with the toddlers that need to be fixed, you know, like, yeah, it's a great game, but it's still very like glitchy all the time. And I think I even had a glitch in this house where like I was deleting walls and then it randomly got sunny. So I just, like, for a game that's been, I think, 3.5 years now, I think it's been 4 years now. You know what I mean? A game shouldn't glitch out that much, in my opinion. I don't know how many people are working on The Sims. I don't do video gaming, but that's just my opinion, especially if we're paying a lot of money for it too, because I feel like I've spent way too much money on this game. But okay, so the outside of this house has like one bush, so the terrain landscaping, if it drives you nuts, once again, you can go in and add more trees, but I'm just trying to make it as accurate to the photo as possible. But yeah, they have like one tree, one bush, there's a table, and then like some dog toys in the front. And I was really upset because before I did the screenshots, the family kept trying to put the dog toys away. And I was like, no, I need the dog toys for the picture. So there's only one dog toy out in the front yard for the picture. And I'm just like, I need to get my life together. It's 2018 now. You know, I have goals and ambitions. I'm like trying to eat healthier, and it's already a struggle. And then I've got this alarm to drink more water, because if I don't drink water, like the fish will die in the app. because the plant one wasn't working. There's like a plant one where you like have a plant, and if you don't drink water, then your plant dies. And I'm like, oh, I don't care about a plant. You know what I mean? So I had to get something like alive in order to get me motivated, but it's still very difficult. And I haven't had coffee in a couple of days now, and I'm just like, I miss having coffee, and now I have to substitute like tea, and it's not the same. And New Year's, man, all these resolutions. I don't want to fail, but and I also planned too, so I set up like my new planner, which was fun. Oh yeah, so you're gonna notice in this house there's a lot of obviously cat and dog stuff, and they're all gonna be like back to back to each other, because in the show all of their like beds and like their mailboxes and like everything was combined. I remember that. And then I think it was funny, we were talking about it at my house, and I was like, yeah, I love Dog. Like, Dog was so much fun, he was really nice. And both, like, my brother and sister were like, no, he was not. And I'm like, what? I love Dog. And she was like, no, Cat was where it's at. I was like, Cat was kind of mean to Dog, though. I remember that. So that's why I really need to go and like rewatch all these shows to like get my judgment radar on. Anyway, so it was at this point when I realized, wow, this build might be a mistake, because this room is tiny as hell, and I don't know how I'm gonna fit stairs and get a bedroom up to another level. And I didn't even know what was going on. I was like, there's no way, because their stairs are actually made out of cardboard boxes. And I was like, how am I going to make this look like cardboard boxes? I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Yeah, this stair issue. I was like, there. So I had to end up having to take the wall further out. So the back of this house is going to look ridiculous. Just don't look at the back, okay? It looks good from the front, bad from the back. I should make that into a shirt and just wear it. All right in the front, hot mess. Hot mess in real life. Okay, anyway, so this was like, I was like, okay, I got the stairs in, now I can get like the rooms going. And so I was looking at the pictures, and I remember the first floor of the house, which is actually really sad, considering I'm like 25 and I don't know how old this show is, but I remember the first floor being like literally just the living room and the kitchen, and then you'd go upstairs and it was like their bedroom, but I don't remember it being open or not, so I put a door on there anyway, just to, you know, because Sims freak out if they don't have privacy and stuff. So I was like, well, if someone wants to take the wall out, they can, but I'm gonna, you know, just put a door up and let it be. And then this was the upper floor, which I don't know where their bathroom is in the show, but I just put it on the third floor. So yeah, there's literally like one bathroom and like one bedroom in this, and that's it. Oh, and then I also put the like rat mouse hole I put in the living room where it actually is in the show, because of what's his name, who's in the show. Oh, I'm blinking on it. We just talked about this the other day too, and like my brother told me the name of him, and I for the life of me can't remember. I think it started with an M. Anyway, he was like kind of a jerk. Oh, there's the picture. See, there's a little mouse hole and the TV and all the boxes and stuff. It's very cluttered. Winslow, that's what it is. That's his name. So there is a mouse hole for Winslow. If he actually comes out, I do not know. This was another question I had to myself. Do you make Catdog as humans, or do you make them as a cat and a dog, but they're like separated? You know what I mean? Because obviously Catdog is conjoined. I don't know. It's really conflicting. I was like, maybe if you made a human who is like a vampire or an alien or something, and then like when they turned into their alien or vampire form, maybe they could look more like a cat or like more like a dog. I don't even know, but I was like, maybe I should do like a cast of them, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, maybe I'll just do all the buildings first, and then if people want to see the creative sims of them, then maybe I'll do that. But I feel like my cast skills are not as good as my building skills, and my building skills aren't even that great anyway. So Okay, so at this point, I was trying to make the conjoined, because they have like a conjoined sofa. So that's the best I could do, friends. I think I change it like one more time. I think I find like a better sofa that fits it, but yeah, there's no way to get conjoined or, you know, two things into each other without move objects on. So I feel like you need to have move objects on definitely in this house to use it. Yeah, and then this is Cat's table, which Cat loves to read. I do remember that. And Dog, what did Dog do? I feel like Dog just sat around and like made dirty, like a mess everywhere. And he just ate, and I think he really loved fetch, you know, so he had like a lot of toys and stuff. But I remember him being really dirty and then Cat being really clean, and like Cat was not having it. And I just, oh man. And I see shows that kids watch these days and I'm like, man, it's just not the same. I don't know why it's not the same, and I bet they'll grow older and when their kids have shows they're gonna be like, oh, it's not the same. But I don't know, the 90s was a weird time. I feel like it was in between like kind of caring and not really caring what your kids watched or what they wore, because I know I wore like the most ridiculous things in the 90s. I remember I had a Winnie the Pooh like outfit with overalls, and it was like corduroy, and I just thought I was like the coolest girl, and I was like rocking it. And then like I look back at the pictures and I'm just like, what was I thinking? Like, what was I doing? Oh man. And then now kids these days are like, oh, I got my contour kit, and I'm like, I didn't even know what contouring was until like after high school. Much less have like a cell phone or anything. So, oh yeah, this is where I try to change the couch again, and I'm just attempting to make it look somewhat like Catdog's house. Okay, so that's pretty much the living room done. There's a big gap in the back because the shape is awkward, but it's fine. It works. And then this is also when I noticed that their entire house is actually hardwood. I was looking through all the pictures like, oh yeah, there's got to be some tile. No, there's only tile in the bathroom. And then like everything in their house like kind of matches, but not really. They have this like weird neon green. Here's a picture of the kitchen, by the way. We don't even have a fish-shaped mat. So I was just like, how am I going to make this angle of the kitchen work? I don't even know if they can sit at this table, to be honest, because it's so cramped. But you know what? It looks cute, so it's fine. It's whatever. It looks like the picture, okay? I tried my best. That's all we can do today. But yeah, and I was like, okay, so I'm noticing a trend in like the 90s colors with this house, because it's like bright purple, like bright green, bright orange. It's just a lot of bright colors. And then I don't even know if they can use that stove. I just don't even know what's going on. But yeah, and I was surprised they actually had like plants in their house. Later, I end up putting the dog food bowl on the kitchen table because I thought that was cute, and I'm pretty sure Dog does that in the show. So, what am I doing? Oh, that's where I do the shelves with all the clutter on it, but oh yeah, and then this house doesn't have any curtains because I didn't know if they had curtains. I didn't know what they looked like. So yeah, I kind of just left out curtains. But it's okay. If you want to add curtains, you can. Don't know if anyone will actually use this house. But you know what? If you don't, that's fine. We can just all look at it together. Anyways, so what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, the holidays just passed. How was everybody's holiday? I ate way too much food. Per usual. Per usual. I did sleep a lot, which I sleep a lot always, but lately I've been sleeping even more because I haven't gotten called into work as much, so I'm like, what's going on? I need money. But then at the same time I'm like, ooh, I get to sleep. Oh yeah, okay, so these Christmas lights are supposed to be like the design on the top of the wallpaper that they have, but we obviously don't have purple wallpaper with a design on the top. So we get Christmas lights. Yay. I mean, it still looks like it. Like, it still really does look like it. And then they had 2 mismatched chairs. Oh, this was another thing too. I looked in the picture. They had a cat-shaped chair, and I was like, why didn't we get that with pets? We have a cat-shaped bed. I'm like, you think they would add a cat, like anything cat-shaped they would have done, you know, with the chair. I don't know. Anyway, also, I put that table on a different angle. If you're curious on how to do that, if you've ever played The Sims 3, just put on the Sims 3 camera, hold the item, and I believe it's like Alt, and then you kind of just drag it to wherever you want, and then it'll be really, really off the grid. Because I know I hate when I'm doing something, and I have to have it on the grid. Personally, I think the grid is stupid. I think we shouldn't have a grid, but what do I know? Once again, I don't make video games. I don't know. I'm just venting about how much I hate this game, yet I'm playing it, so, you know, it makes sense. Okay, so at this point, I had the downstairs done. I looked back at the outdoor picture, and I noticed they have, like, these weird, like, yard ornament toppers on top of their houses. I didn't know, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna add these from, I think they're from Get Together. I don't know how many stuff packs are in this. I know a lot of cat and dog is obviously in it. I think Get Together is in this. I think I tried to use a lot of base game stuff, but it might be a collection of things. Okay, so this hallway I did not know what to do with because I had no pictures of it. The bedroom, however, I do have a picture of, and the bathroom I have a picture of that I'm basing it off of, so you will see them in a second. I was gonna try to put the beds, yeah, see, there's the picture right there. I was gonna try to put the beds, like, together, but it just did not look good, and the mesh was, like, clashing, and I'm like, this is, no, this is not okay, so I ended up just doing them, like, back to back, in hopes that it would look okay, which it looks okay. I don't know how functional it is. I don't know if they have to get, I think they can get into bed on either side, so I think just the one side they'll be fine. I'm just hoping they don't get out on the wrong side and then they're like stuck in that back corner and they're complaining, but once again, it's fine. You can always download it and move everything, but yeah, I'm trying to think of which room I was like most excited to do in this house. I think mostly just the living room, because the living room is where everything happens in the show. All the other rooms, like, you're never in there in the show. It's just like Rugrats. Like, yeah, they have this huge house, but most of what goes down is like the playpen area and the backyard. Yeah, backyard, definitely. That would be so much fun to, like, do the whole family, like, Kaz of the whole Rugrats family. It would take forever, though. Ooh, and real controversial question. Do we add Kimmy to the family? Or, because that was, like, 2000s, wasn't it, when Kimmy got added? I know Kimmy was later. And I remember a lot of people were upset about it. They were like, she should not be a part of Rugrats. I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, it's just another baby. Like, everyone needs to calm down. Yeah, and then looking at the picture too, they actually have a door that goes out to like a balcony, I guess. I think this room is actually on the other side where that fake balcony is that I made, but I put it on this side because this was the only amount of room. So they have a door that they can walk out and commit suicide if they want, or, you know, whatever the Sims want to do, because yeah, I don't know if they'll actually walk out of that door. Hopefully it glitches out and it won't let them, but I've seen some really funny pictures, especially with City Living, where they put like a toddler slide at the end of the building and the toddler slides off the building. Oh man, the things we do to our Sims, man. And I know it sounds really dark, but you know what? If you haven't killed a Sim, you're lying. Okay, everyone kills at least one. Either it be like, okay, the families that you love and stuff, okay, those are old age, I get that, but like killing a Sim just to kill a Sim, just to see them like panic and freak out, it's funny, okay? I had an apartment and I think I had this backstory where like this older lady was like really prissy, I guess, and she was like part of a rich family, and like my sim had married like this poor man, so she was going in and like killing him for her grandmother's revenge or something because she died or something like that anyway. And it was hilarious because as he was dying, she was just watching TV, like didn't even care. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I wonder if the Sims team like knows that they're doing this, or if it's random and they just laugh. That's what I would do. Oh, but anyway, so also with I was thinking about cats and dogs too, as well. Oh, don't mind me. I've got sniffles still from when I was somewhat sick. But no, with cats and dogs, the vet clinic. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. I think it's amazing. I wish they would have done the vet clinic the same way they did the doctor career, which don't get me wrong, like it's similar. But I like how with like the cats and dogs, like you have to take them to the vet. Does that make sense? Like when they're sick. Whereas with Sims, it's like, oh, you can buy this bottle and then be cured. Oh, here's the bathroom picture. Just the one picture. It was really hard to find these pictures too, but anyway. But no, with the vet clinic career, you have to take your pets in, which is more accurate, I think, than, you know what I mean? Because like you can order, I feel like you can order pet medicine and then they'll be fine. Whereas with people, like you kind of have to go to the doctor. You know what I mean? At least at first to get the prescription. So I wish it kind of would have been flip-flopped a little bit, because like pets get sick all the time, whereas I feel like Sims in the game don't get as sick as often. So I feel like it would be less annoying. I don't know, but I don't know their system for making pets dirty or sick, but it's kind of crazy because I feel like all of the random pets around town are just disgusting. And I'm like, why do I want to adopt this stray now if it's disgusting? Okay, yeah, so then this is when I was like, okay, the bathroom's yellow. Don't know why the wallpaper's changing in the back of the house, but the bathroom's yellow, so I'm like, okay, I need to change the other hallway to something else. I used these overhead lights because they looked the most 90s to me. And then this was like, what am I gonna do with this room? And I'm like, well, I feel like Cat would have an office, so an office is happening, and I just tried to use the most 90s looking stuff I could, especially that computer. I saw that computer and I was like, it looks like the Nickelodeon, like, blimp. Okay, and then this was just random pictures and whatever, but I think we're getting close to the end. I think I just add like a couple more things outside and then that's it. And then that's it. Oh yeah, I changed up this wonky path. Shame on me for wonky path. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the 90s throwback, if you want more, if you want less, if you don't care, if you just want to talk about your holidays. Just let me know. Just let me know I'm here. We can talk about whatevers. It should be up in the gallery, hopefully. I know I was having internet problems earlier, but yeah, and we should be getting into some screenshots, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.